We've got another packed programme of events in the week ahead, with new Chancellor of the Exchequer Philip Hammond's first autumn statement taking centre stage on Wednesday the 23rd of November. Now, Mr Hammond's got all sorts on his plate, but from your perspective, I'd reckon the key issues are as follows. On the personal finance side, well, watch out for any talk of changes to pensions tax relief, the timetable for the launch of the lifetime ISA, and also the so-called pensions triple lock and whether that comes under review. With your investing hat on, keep an eye open for any changes to GDP growth forecasts, a move away from predecessor George Osborne's plans to balance the budget by 2019-20, and whether we get any of the first signs of plans to boost the economy by spending more on infrastructure. On the corporate front, meanwhile, 6 Footsie 100 firms will release statements of some kind or another, and there's also a huge raft of Footsie 250 firms will be publishing numbers. Amid the deluge, I'll be particularly interested in the following. Interims from support services firm Mighty on Monday the 21st, in light of its September profit warning, which blamed a slowdown in the UK. I'll also be looking at trading statements from retailer Kingfisher and precision instruments player Spectris on Tuesday the 22nd, and figures from a trio of utilities. United Utilities on the 23rd, Severn Trent on the 24th, and Pennon on the 25th. That said, the name which could really cause a fuss in the week ahead is Footsie 100 support services giant Babcock, which is due to release its interim numbers on Tuesday the 22nd. Note that this is the first set of numbers to come out under new Chief Executive Archie Bethell. On the 1st of September, he replaced Peter Rogers, who retired after 13 years and very successful years at the helm. Now, a few support services peers have struggled in recent times, with Serco, G4S, Capita and the aforementioned Mighty all disappointing investors in the last couple of years. So Babcock, which hasn't let anyone down, will doubtless be looking to offer some reassurance, especially as the shares have actually gone nowhere fast over the last 12 months. Some of the problems with its peers seem related to specific contracts, so it may not do to read too much into those woes, but both Capita and Mighty reference delays in contract awards in the UK, so watch out for any talk of that, especially as Babcock's July trading statement was, well, solid enough. Note that Babcock's focus is more on defence, marine and energy, particularly nuclear, so it's a bit different from the others, while 3/4 of sales come from the UK, with the rest spread across Canada, South America, Africa, the Middle East and Australasia. In terms of the numbers then, the key figures to analyse I think will be as follows. First up, orders. At the full year stage, the order backlog was a very juicy £20 billion, enough to provide 85% visibility for this year's revenues and 56% for next. Second, we've always got to look at earnings. For the full year, the analysts' consensus is for a 9% increase in earnings per share. That seems a fair yardstick for the first half. And finally, we've got to look at the dividend, which was 6.05 pence at the half-year stage last year. Babcock's one of just 27 Footsie firms to have increased its shareholder payout for each and every one of the last 10 years, as we can see here. No doubt Mr Bethell will be looking to keep this proud record going, and he's some room to do so. Net debt came down to just £1.2 billion in the year to March 2016, while earnings cover for the dividend was 2.9 times. This may explain why analysts are looking for a full-year dividend increase of 9% this year, bang in line with earnings. As a final point, the analyst consensus for the full-year dividend of 28.13p equates to a yield of 2.9% on a share price just under £10. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.